Hey, what's going on? YouTube. And I don't think I'm doing this live stream on LinkedIn, but I will upload it to LinkedIn so you can follow me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn and follow me here on YouTube, and I'll probably start going out to a lot of different other platforms. But today we're going to talk about weekly butterflies. I'm going to set one up live, and we'll go over the dynamics of it and kind of like a little quick lottery ticket, low risk, high reward, and shouldn't take no more than less than a week to pay off. If we're successful, we're gonna go over that and talk about some technical analysis on the rest of the market right after the buffer. All right. What you're looking at right now on the chart is the XLE, which is the energy ETF. I got that up because I have been trading it the last week or so. I think I caught this move right here from the top to the bottom and so like a call spread. So that's why I got this up. I'm thinking about putting something on later today, and just to show you what I would like to see it do from this high to this low. I have on my Fibonacci retracement. So since it's past the 38.2, I would like to see it get up into this level right here and trigger this 61.8. So I'll even do something like, sometimes probably the best thing to do, I'm gonna click on it, edit properties, put like the 50 on there. Now the 50 is not a level, but it's like a retracement of halfway, right, of this move. So if I want to get short, halfway would be what, 81.30. So I could probably put something like an alarm right here, right? So so what I'm doing, this is Thinkorswim. So I come up here and I right click right in here, anywhere in there. So you'll see when I right click, come down and create alert. And I have this set up linked to my phone. You can have it set up for your if you got one of those Apple Watches. I don't have an Apple Watch, but if you got an Apple Watch or anything like that, it'll alert you. You can even have it set for your email, for it to email you. So I'll put at or above. I wanted to at least retrace halfway. I like to put on last price. You can do market. No, it don't really mark and last price, pretty much the same thing. The mark price can change after hours. Last price is going to be like when only going to count the market hours. So I put last here, and then that's it. I'm gonna hit create, and you're gonna see a line come up there. Boom, right there at that halfway point. Now, ideally, I would like it to go all the way to the 61.8 and then turn right around, right? But I'm not gonna try to time it that perfectly, but I will try to time like this. So I got one, two, three, four candles down, and then I got a gap up, which is kind of tricky because you got a gap up. It could come up into here, come down, and then take off again. But that's trading. I don't know exactly what it's gonna do, but I got like parameters that I want to see, and I try to stick to my plan. So once it hits here, then I get alert on my phone. I can do it from my phone. I come in and then look to set something up and get short. Now, let's look at every time I do first of all, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Anytime I come on, a lot of times I wasn't even planning on doing that. Like stuff I just see while I'm in the video, and then I'll just, work something out. So you don't want to miss when I do something like that. Um, and I don't like to do set times. That's why you need to subscribe. I only like to come on and when I got something to say or when I feel like doing something. I don't just want to waste people's time. So what I got on the S&P futures, we're looking at let's chop this down. break it down, make it this 6-month daily time frame. Um, we got an update going. Now, if you look over here, I got the advanced decline. 447 stocks are up out of the S&P 500. So what does that? So basically, what that is telling us is that the majority of the stocks are up in the S&P 500. So, you know, I was gonna see if I could show you guys this on the. I don't think I got it set up. Next time I'll pull up and I'll show you how to look at it like in chart form and then show all the stocks. Like you can, let's see, uh, quotes, market watch. All right, so since I talked about it, alerts, that's my alerts, visualize. So you come up to market watch, hit visualize. Now you can see if you're looking at this chart, you see all this green, right? So you dealing with an update, right? This is a heat map. And then what I'm gonna do is put the indices. I'm gonna come click over here, look on my screen. I'm gonna click S&P 500, and you can see the majority of are green. Now, if I wanted to see the ones that's in red, look, you can see how the screen. You can see these would be the red ones, right? You could click on that, and then you can just highlight. It's gonna show you the market cap. It'll show you the percent change, and you can see what you want to do. Like if you want to make a trade or something like that, I could narrow this down to S&P 100, the top 100 stocks in the S&P, or I can change this from heat map to index watch, right? So let's select the watch list. I can use my own personal watch list, which will be my name, and then some scans that I have. But I'm going to look for the S&P 500. We'll put them up there, and then there you go. And that's kind of let's do the S&P 100 just for so you can see it all on one screen. I don't have to scroll, right? And it's got your top 100 stocks. And as you can see, this is an update. Out of this 100, you can look up here. 93 are up. It says, I know it says 8 declining because I think Google is in here twice. See, 45, 46. So that's why you got that. But if you look at it and then if you highlight up here and go across, it's going to show you the volume for the day. Whatever this is really up. What is this? Broadcom. I think they have some news. I can left click on this. I can add this to my watch list. I can look at any notes that I have on it. I can come down here and go to TOS charts. It'll bring up a chart of it. I can look at the fundamentals, company news, see if any news came out, anything like that, right? I'm not going to do that, but I just wanted to show you guys. This is a quick way. You can look at the heat map. You can look at like this. This will show you pretty much what direction you should be going in. So let's say you're a day trader, excuse me, and you're trying to figure out like, what do I want to do? Do I want to day trade this? Um, like you might be one of some people like to trade like the close, or you like to wait the first 30 minutes and then come in. Some people will come in about 10 and try to get a day trade after that first move early in the morning or after some news. But this is a good way to come in and then kind of like look and see and tell you which way the market is going. I also have it down here um, over on the side on my watch list. So we see what it says 455 and plus 377 on the day. So it's telling me, yesterday was a down day, I think, as far as like the S&P 500, the majority of the stocks, um, I think overall. But anyway, so this is what it's showing you for the day. And then you can look at it here. I like to have it here. And then I'm just showing you this so you can have another way of looking at it. You can come to the heat map. Sometimes they show this on CNBC. And this is where, not saying that they're using this platform, but this is what the heat map look like. Now I can come look at the NASDAQ. It's the NASDAQ. I can look at the Dow Jones, which is only 30 stocks. And you can see the Dow. And you could pretty much come down here and look at anything you want, right? Um, look at all stocks, the weeklies, micro futures, the the New York Stock Index exchange, and you could do it like that, right? So let's get back to the charts. So basically, we had, if you're looking at the S&P futures, which is up about 1%, almost 1.25%. Nasdaq is up 1%. You got the Dow up, the Russell is up. So you pretty much got a retracement of this down move. So one of the things that, so you had an up move here. You got a 3. You got a up 1, 2, 3. Then you got a 1, 2, 3, which retraced about. So if we doing some fibs, this move right here, let's take a look at. Let's do it like this. Now these are retracements, and I like to see how much of this move did this retrace, right? So I'm gonna take this off. Let's make this so it's not so confusing. All right. It retraced, it went past 61.8, right? So for me, if it would have stopped within between the 61.8 and the 38.2 and then started to retrace, then I would think that this move would continue up, right? That's how I look at it. But since it passed this level, I think that this move will continue to go down or even sideways for a while. So you could get a little bit more of a retracement up into here, maybe somewhere right around in here with you'll find some resistance right around in this area. And then we may get a continuation to the downside. So that's what I'm thinking, right? But that's one thing to have a thought, and then now you got to trade what you think. Um, so let's take a look at the bonds. The bonds are pretty much relatively, they're up. It's showing green, but you can see they've had a down move into here, right? So I'm actually, or I was expecting bonds to go a little higher up around this level. Now they haven't taken out this low yet, so it's possible that they could still do that. I was looking at the USD yen, the dollar yen pair on the forex. Um, this is almost like a harmonic pattern. I can't draw them on this platform. If I was on TradingView, I would be able to draw. But if you look at it, it will go from this high to this midpoint here and to here, and then you got here to here, where we got almost like I would be. I would like to see how this candle closes right here. So, and then if I was trading forex, I would be looking to short right here. I really would. If I put, let's put some indicators on here and look at it. Now let's look. So you got the RSI, almost, it's not quite overbought, but it's right there, right? And then you got the MACD just had took off. So and if we were drawing, and you could see I got an indicator on here that kind of draws your trend line for you from this point going straight through here. And you can see it has not gone up to this level yet, which could possibly do that. But I see weakness up here. So let's come on now. Let's see. So it's my look like the computer froze up a little bit. Let's see if it how long it takes for it to. One of the things about going live, but what I like to see is at the end of this day, I would like to see a doji candle. It's taking a minute. All right, there we go. Yeah. All right, auto zoom. There we go. That's what I want right there. So I would like to see a doji candle. Like I would like to see this finish just like it is. This candle right here would be almost like a short signal for me. Something like, see how you got this wick, and you see how these came here and then it went up, but now you're gonna have this up here. So this wouldn't be a bad place to get short the USD yen pair. Let's take a look at the what else? What else? What else? I was looking through before I go on to what my main topic, which is the expected move butterfly. We're gonna go over that. I'm gonna put that on. Um, let's look at. We can look at Apple. Apple kind of Apple. You can see Apple hit up here with this trend line. Let's go up in this area, and when it did that, let's go a little further out. You can see it kind of hit this trend line and then bounce back. I'm not quite sure what I think of that. I don't know if I think that it's going to continue to go down or it could just come around in here and then take off again. It might not be a bad place to buy some shares, buy a few shares of Apple. Um, you got this down move, so you be buying technically like a bounce or buying a low maybe. But I would say this: if you think the S&P 500 is going to go down, then that would mean that Apple would probably go down as well. You got a low IV rank. It's not high enough to really sell premium, in my opinion. Excuse me. So I would, at this point, in Apple, if I like the stock because it's one of the best stocks in the world, I'll just be buying more shares, right? And then if it did continue to sell off, buy shares and then sell calls against it. Do some covered calls or something just to, even if it just goes sideways, make some money on the it'll lower your cost basis and give you a higher probability trade as opposed to just buying shares. Let's take a look at what else. Something else I wanted to look at before I get into the XLU. It's at all-time highs, I believe. Let's take a look at let's get all this off. And let's look at the weekly chart. Yeah, XLU had hit all-time highs. And then you can see once it hit that all-time high up there, it kind of like pull back. And this is the utilities ETF. So do you think I definitely wouldn't be getting long up here? Um, Not saying that it can't continue to go up, but I don't like to buy all-time highs. So let's get to what I really want to talk about. And that is the expected move butterfly. So we're going to do this in the SPX. Now, the SPX, which is just options. This is the S&P 500, and it's only options on the S&P 500. So you have no stock. So that's why you don't see any volume at the bottom. Now, I have an indicator on here. You don't need this. I can come right up here and click this, and it's going to give me, make sure I'm on the daily. And it's going to give me expected moves for the next week. So this is this week because this is Friday. And now this is next week, which that's pretty wide. So that's next week, right? So even if you don't have this indicator, which I could share this with you. So if you want this, you guys just let me know, and the next video I can share it on the screen, put it in the show, put it in the notes, and then you can upload stuff. Like you can literally put this on your screen, and I can share it with you, and then populate every time whenever you pull up your charts. So you can see right here, I got this will be to the upside next week and the downside. So I could come up here and I could put my butterfly right around here or right around here because we're gonna try to pin it for next week. We're gonna try to pick, and if you're looking at this and you're looking at for each week, so let's just go back, look at this week. So if you'd have put one on Friday of last week, right, August 26th, you'd have put one to the downside. If you'd have put one up and upside, you'd have been wrong. But the downside, what it do? Came right here, touch, pull back, went through it, and then went through it yesterday, came back, and then here we are today. So probably could have closed it out and made a little money probably on this day. Probably would have got in it for like you'll see 10, 15, $20. And then probably right around in here, you held it 2 days, maybe 3 days, maybe 60, 70, $80 or something like that. If you'd have held it to yesterday, you probably could still. So that's what it is. You just got to get the direction right. And if you don't, so you had like a week like this, it didn't at all. You lost money. Here, if you picked the right direction, you made money. Here, lost. Here this week, you'd probably made money if you'd picked the right direction. Picked the right direction. Sometimes like this week right here, you'd put it on here. Now look, it came down into here. Depends on how wide it was. Maybe one made money. You see, you can see it bouncing between these ranges. Now, let's go to the trade tab and I'm gonna show you how, even if you don't have this indicator, all I'm doing. I would come, so next Friday is what? September 9th. So we come right here, 7 days out. We're gonna come right here and then take a look at this area right here. We're on the option chain. I got all strikes. You can change that to whatever you want, but I got all strikes. So now we're 7 days out because we're just doing weekly. We're just going from Friday to Friday. You're gonna come. What is the expected move? Plus or minus $87. So what is plus or minus $87 from 4,007? That would be what, 39.20. So what, like right here? So you would be right around in here, and if you thought if you were bearish, you would come in. I just click control. I'm gonna sell two of these, one, two. Then I'm gonna buy one here on the 15. Then I'm gonna buy the 25. That's a butterfly, and you can see right now it's darn near trading for like $10. I probably would get filled right around $10, $15, and then I'm only looking to make about 5 or 6 times that. So if I got filled at 10, let's say if I got filled for 10, with the it probably cost me with fees or whatever, another $5 be $15. So I look to be trying to make maybe 60, 65, $70 off of it to be profitable in this strategy. You just need to hit it once every 2 or 3 times, and you'll be profitable. If you make 4 times what you put it on for, and you hit it every 3 times, now you can hold it. Now if I can get in this for $10 and I hold this, and let's say I catch it for 100, hold it to Friday, and you maybe even make, because it's a $5 wide butterfly and you spending only $10, you can make 490. But that means you probably gonna have to hold this to Friday around the last minute to get it to really expand. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by expand. So now that I got this, when I hit this, if I leave it like this, you see it, the price bouncing. Let's leave it at 15. And if I toggle and hit, once I hit this, I lock the price in because I don't want it moving while I go to the analyze tab. Now I do have one on already, but it's further out in time. And it's like it's $10 wide. So that's why you'll see it when I get ready to pull up this particular trade. So I'm going to right click in here, come down and hit analyze trade. And we're going to come over here and look at this butterfly. Where are you at? Now, let's see. Why aren't you showing? Let's do this. There it go. It's just moving a little slow. Now, I think I got, so I'm not, it says 2 series because I got more than one butterfly on, but my computer is moving a little slow. So I'm going to take off the one that I have on for the 30th. I unclick that. So now we're only showing this one, and not the one that I have one on already. Yeah, I'm going to I'll come over here and click over here. I'm gonna come down to set slices. Come over here. We're gonna come up to break even, and we're gonna click right here. So you're we're gonna look at the break even. Now let's see. I'm gonna try to widen this out some so I can look at it, make it a little bigger. Why are you looking like that? Shouldn't look like that. Here we go. It's not. So screen, I got a little lag going on. Let's see. Basically, set slice should have been. What I want you guys to be able to see is we want to get it right in here, right? In order to make money, the price got to fall right within here. And the reason why, and you can see right now, you basically is showing like a 5 or 10% um chance, because you got 70 of it being here, 24 of it being here. So that only leave you with like a 5 or 6% chance of hitting it here. And you say, well, man, that's a real low probability, which it is, because you need, and as what'll happen is over time, next week, this is going to widen out. You'll see every day this area would get wider and wider and wider. And then what'll happen is, if the price is bouncing around in here, you'll see the amount of money go up, is that you can make the longer you hold it, with an opportunity to hit it in there. Now, just looking at this, it's only like a 5% chance. So you say, well, man, this is like just throwing your money away. I already showed you on the chart that for some particular reason, because traders being trading around that expected move, that pretty much we're looking at the last 6 months, you can see that the expected move has been hit most of these weeks. Right here on the upside, the next week on the downside, and then came back through there. Excuse me. The next week right here on the upside, down, hit again, hit again. So 1 week it didn't hit nothing, hit again. This week it didn't hit anything, hit again, hit again. So what you're seeing is your edge comes from just trading the expected move. So this is one of those trades that where like, and you're risking like $15 to put a trade on, and you get an opportunity when you do something like this to really kind of like play around with options and learn without losing your whole backside. And for and the SPX settles to cash. So, and we're buying this option. So I'm paying $15 for it. So the most I can lose is what I paid for it. I'm not selling options, and I'm not selling anything naked. So we're buying, we're not breaking the wings. This is an even butterfly. And I can even widen it out if I want to make it so like it will cost me more if I wind it out, widened. Oh, I can't say that. If I wind it out, it's gonna cost more, but you'll see that little cone is gonna be wider too. Let me see, hold on. It's 20, 15. So we're gonna make that 10. All right. So now you see this one will cost me about 15, 20. Probably it's gonna cost me about 25 to get into this one. Let's analyze it. Let's see. Now we got more than one on here. So let's go down. Let's take out the $5 wide one. So that one ain't in there no more. Let's reset these slices to break even. Now, you see how my probability right here in the middle went up a little bit more? Now it's saying 9%. That's just because I made the area wider. But now I'm risking a little bit more to do this though. Getting into this for 25. So the reason why I like to get in the smaller range one and only pay like $10, right? With your fees, or with what do you want to call it? What whatever you got to pay to get into the trade on SPX, it's going to be a little bit more than it would be a regular like equity or something like that. So it's about $5 on here. So it'd be like $30. Now, I don't know if you want to take $30 like every week and miss like 2 weeks just to try to hit one. That's why I like to do the smaller range one, pay like 10, 15 and get in. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do one. Now, you can flip a coin, to be honest with you, because it doesn't really, it's not like, to be honest, I have, what do I think? I actually think that the market would continue to go, at some point will go down, but by next week it may not though. I do think at some point this will go down a little bit more, but will it do it next week? Next week it just could just continue to drift up into here and not go back down and touch this area. Let's look at it. Let's look at the intraday. So it could come back to here, then maybe go up. So I'm really not sure. So let's see. Let's be honest with you, I don't even think. Let's just go back. Let's see which one is cheaper. I'm gonna go to the upside. So what's that area right there? What area is this? That's 4,082. 4,082. That's what it would be next week. So let's go. So we'll probably do 4,080. Let's go right here. Sell 2 of these. Buy one. Then come down below it and buy that one. And it went green. If it was red, that's letting you know that that you're selling it. You're not buying it. Just by the fact that it's that color. But right here is green. It's letting you know that we're buying this for a debit. And you can see the prices bouncing around. So I doubt I get filled for 5 cents. But you know what? Let's run it just to see. I'm gonna click confirm and send it on. Let's see what happens. I doubt very seriously I get filled at matter of fact, I know I ain't gonna get filled at 5 cents. Let's come over here and I'm gonna click up here. I'm gonna go up to 10 cents because I know I ain't gonna get filled there. Let's see. Now what I probably do is just let this work. I got a little lag in the system. And see what happens. It may be better for me to put the one on at the to the bear side. I don't like to pay more than 10 cents. 15 cents is the most I pay. And you can see the price bouncing around. So let's try. Do we want to pay? I don't want to pay more than that. So this is what I'll do. Since it's not ringing right away. Uh-oh. There we go. You guys just seen it. So I got filled. I was getting ready to put the bearish one on. It don't really matter with these. It's like flipping a coin. Risking $10 that possibly at the max make 490. So even with the the fees for trading SPX, it's just gonna cost me $15. And I'm looking to maybe 5 or 6 times that. And that's a low. That's what a butterfly looks like. Now that's an even butterfly. Maybe I'll come back if I see something set up to where I can do like a broken wing or something like that. I'll do another video. And hopefully you guys got something out of this. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video, please. I like to do live trading or something when I come on here and I do something live so you guys can see, and it's a free trade. It don't cost you nothing. Took me a long time to figure out how to do stuff like this. So hopefully you got something out of this video. Safe trading out there, guys. Know your risk. Be comfortable with it. And I'm out. Peace.